So sometimes they want us to find the inverse of a function and they give us an equation. So there's a process for this. There's 4 steps, and 3 of the 4 steps are kind of a memory thing, and then there's a little bit of work in the 1 step. Okay, so here's how we do it. We're given a function right there, f of x, and the first thing you do is you replace f of x with y. So we want to write y equals 5x minus 3. Now, we've had such things in the past. This is a linear equation where we talked in terms of x and y in ordered pairs, and then we also talked about function notation. Okay, so the first thing is to take it out of the function notation and write it as y equals 5x minus 3. Then you're going to go to the world of the inverse. A lot of times I'll put a little dotted line here to show, okay, now I'm not going to have the original function. I'm going to the inverse. And what you do in the inverse is you switch x and y. So any x becomes a y, and any y becomes an x. So now we have x equals 5y minus 3. Okay, so it's the old switcheroo. All right. Now is the little bit of work. It's step 3. You've got to solve for y. And we use algebraic procedures that we've learned to do that. So we want to get y by itself. So I'm going to add 3 to both sides. And I'm going to divide by 5 on both sides. And so I get y equals x plus 3 over 5. So I did put the y on the left. If you don't want to do that on that step, you can do it on the next step. But and that's how I would write it. And then the last step is you replace y with f inverse of x. So you put it back in function notation, but it's the inverse. So it's f inverse of x equals x plus 3 over 5. And so that's the inverse of the function that they gave us. Okay? So I've been teaching algebra for a lot of years. It's always the same 4 steps. They can give us different types of equations, but different types of functions. But this is how you do like a linear function. Okay, and we'll see a couple more examples after this.